Hi everyone, this is Sheila Peters and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. Let's start working with our feet. I'm going to turn to the diagonal so you can see what I'm doing with each of the feet here. And we have our hands on our hips and our feet are just underneath our hips in a parallel position. And we're going to just lift that right leg up and down and left heel up and down, making the knees go out over the toes. And the heel lifts up high to stretch out through that foot. And bend, and straight, and bend. We have one more set. And bend, and stretch, and bend, and stretch. Now we're going to use both feet at the same time. Bend, lift those heels up, balance, heels down, and straight. And you can maintain your hands on your hips if you'd like to. As you do this, lift those heels up. Good. Heels down, and you'll get some wobble there, but we're really working through those feet. Lift, holding on to the abs to get a balance, heels down, and straight. And let's take that once more. Bend, holding on to the abs, lift the heels up, balance, good, heels down and straight. Let's go into a first position, turned out, heels are together. Repeat, lift, and down, and lift, and down. Lift it up. And down and lift. Two more sets. Really pressing the heel forward over the big toe and lift. Good. Straight and lift and down and lift. Now both feet. So we have bend. Lift both heels up. Heels go down and straight. Bend. Lift it up. Pressing through. Heels down and straight. Balancing through the wobble. Lift, good. Heels down and straight. And bend. Lift it up. Good. Heels down and straight. Shaking that out. Let's go back to our parallel under our hips position. And let's do a little circling with the hips, like in a Ferris wheel position. So we're pushing our hips forward, bending the knees, and then dropping down with those hips, going all the way to the back, stretching up, and come straight. Pushing through, bend the knees as you drop through the hips, lift up and straight. Two more. Come to the front, bend it down, reach it to the back and lift. Once more, coming to the front, letting the upper body counterbalance what's happening through the hips, lift and up. Now we're going to reverse that. Going to the back, bend the knees. Hips are way back, they swing through. Come to the front, little undulation through the spine as you come upright. Three more. Push back, bend, drop it down, lift, up, and two more. Breathing to the back. Drop it down. Good. Push through. And lift last time. Bring it to the back, down, swing through, push the front, and lift up. Good. Now we're going to take circles to the side with our hips, but we're going to have a wider turned out position. So from here, we're going to push and go to the left and up. So it's the same kind of action with the legs, but we're just going to rotate the position and we're making this Ferris wheel circle go to the sides. Push through, you're going to feel you're getting a little stretch in the inside of the hip there and reach out, drop it down, lift it up. And straight, going to the other direction, push it out, bend the knees, slide through, up and around, breathing, going to the side, drop it down, all the way through, keep the knees rotated out and lift, and once more, reaching out, drop it down, breathe it up, lift and up. Excellent. Moving up the body, this is with our rib cage here. So we're going to push the ribs forward and back. So the chest comes forward, the shoulder blades squeeze together, and now the shoulder blades move away as the chest goes into a concave position. Reach forward and back. And last time, forward and back. Coming back up, let's put our hands on our hips so that we maintain a still hip area and make the ribs go over to the right and shift them over to the other side. Reach it out and to the side, over to the right and to the left Last time, over to the right and over to the left. Good, come upright. Now we're going to take circles, and this time the Ferris wheel is horizontal. So we're going to go to the front with the rib cage to the side, around to the back and side. So we're trying to expand the range of motion of this circle each time we go around, and side. 2 more, and front. So our lower body is trying to be very still. So we're isolating the rib cage, and front and side. Good, and back and side. Come back to the front. We'll go immediately to the left. Here we go, over and back and side and front. Keep going to the side and back and side and front. Keep going, breathing. Shoulders stay down. We're working with those rib cages and front. And 1 more, to the side. Good, and back and side and front. Let that go and just notice in your body how we're sort of gradually moving up the body and opening things up for ourselves. Okay, let's take another chest-driven exercise there to open up through the rib cage. I'm turning to the side so you can see what's happening here. We're going to bend our knees, and we're going to take our hands in front here in a flex position. We're going to push the hands forward as we push the hips forward and let our upper body go to the back. So we're opening up this top part of our body here. Now we're going to bend the elbows, and we're going to let the heads go down, but we're just curving with our heads down and just our upper body there. So we're just going to push through, stretch, reach. How far back can you get with your body with your arms are counterbalancing? Elbows come in. Don't go with that lower back. Make it just with the upper back so we get a little back of the neck action there. 2 more. Push, reach, stretch, and bend. Elbows back, head goes down above the waist. And last time. Push, straighten, reach out, reach back, and then come in. Let the upper body go into that above that waist position, drop down, and then come upright. Good. Let's go into a wide position here. Let's just work with the arms. So we're going to take the right arm out. We're going to allow it to cross over. Let the upper body twist, but the hips stay front. Circle and look with the hand. You're following it with the eyes. And circle across. Lift and open. And circle across. Lift and open. Other side. Reach. Cross over. Upper body twist. You feel something happening in the arm. Maybe you feel something going on in your shoulder as you take this circle. So we're crossing over as much as we can. Lift and open while our hips are maintaining that straightforward position. And open. Let's take our arms and reverse that. So we're going up, cross it over, drop it down and out. Up, cross it over, drop it down and out. 2 more. Lift, cross it, drop it down and out. Once more. Lift all the way up, cross it over, drop it down and out. Other arm, reach it up, lift, cross it over, drop it down and out. 3 more. Breathe. Feel that cross and head follows the hand. Lift, up, around and out. Last time. Lift it up, cross it over, drop it down and out. Bringing the legs a little bit farther out, even more. We're going to bring our arms, cross them together around as we bend our knees. So we're bending, keeping the back straight, opening the inside thighs, lift and open and drop. Lift, up and open. Drop it down. Lift, up and open. Drop it down. Lift, up. Now the arms go in the opposite direction. Lift it up. Bend the knees. Cross the arms down and up. Keep it going. Up and cross and down and out. If you can vary which arm goes in front as you cross, that helps to make your body think with both sides of the body. Lift and cross and down and up. Good. Let's shake the hands out. Let's shake the shoulders out. Let's shake the hips out. Let's shake the knees out. And then let's lift up and see if we can balance one foot. So we have the right leg up. We're just balancing, checking it out. Good. And then come down and let's shift and balance on the other side. So you're just getting into shifting your weight, balancing as you make that weight shift happen. Good. Lift. Now let's make our leg go up to the foot up to the knee there. So we're getting a little higher. You may find there's a little bit more wobble. Just see what you can do to maintain this position. Use your hands to help you. Come down, shift, and let's come up to the other side, lift and balance. And you can see me wobbling, but that's part of the fun of practicing balance, is to see if you can get through the wobble. Come down and straight. Good, we're gonna take that in a turned down position, which will also be a little bit more challenging for yourself. So you can have your arms down, you can have your hands on your hips if you want to, but we're gonna bend and bring that leg into that ankle. Let's stay in that bendy position, come down. Let's try it to the side. Bend, balance. So we're just practicing for a moment before we get to the straight position. Here we go. Now we're gonna straighten, bring that foot in front and balance. And again, you might find that you have to use your arms to help you. You're trying to really maintain that balance. Good. And come down and come up. Let's bring the other foot in front. Good. You might find that one side is easier to maintain your balance than the other. That's partially due to our structure. Even though we like to think that we have equal length and legs, we don't. There might be just a little bit different there. Okay, from one leg to the other. Here we go. Let's bring that foot up and balance. Okay, keep it going. See how you can keep that balance. Good. And then let's come down. Let's take to the other side and lift. And you're going to notice that one side for me is easier than the other, as it will be for you. So we got that leg up there, and we're going to balance. Excellent. And come down. Good. Shake that all out. Now, when we do balances, we have to align our spines up in a way that we can stack everything up so that it stays upright. And so that takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of effort. So let's back off of that for a moment, and let's go into some swings just to allow our body to relax after trying to effort so much from doing that balance. So our arms are up, our feet are in a parallel position. We're going to just swing down, let that head go. And again, drop down and lift. Two more. Drop it down and lift. And last time, drop it down and lift. Now we're going to take a full swing and then let our right arm or our front arm swing around and back. So again, drop down. Now the front arm's coming up. We're going to let our bodies twist to the back and then bend the knees and both arms come up. Let's take that to the other side. Drop down. This back arm comes up. Bend the knees, twist, drop, swing, and up. Here we go. Drop down and up. Front arm, swing back around and lift. And drop down and lift. Now this arm's coming behind, back around and lift. Good. Shake that all out so you should feel a little looser through this upper body from that tension from trying to do the balance. We're going to take some more balancing. And if you prefer to not be on your mat, you want to be on the floor, and you feel like that's more secure, you can do that as your balance point. I'm going to be off onto the floor there. So we're going to slowly bring this leg up through that knee, grab a hold of that leg, and let's just circle the foot. 1 and 2, good. 3, keep going. 4 more. 5 and 6, keep going. 7 and 8. Bring that foot into that knee once again and come down. Shake it out. Let's take it to the other side. So we're bringing that leg, left leg into that point at your ankle. Get your balance. Lift it up to your knee and then lift all the way up. Try to maintain that balance and circle 1 and 2. Good. 3. Keep going. 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. From here, we're going to come back to the knee and the ankle and down. Good. Shake that out. Balances can be really tough, and one day can feel different from another day. Just keep working on that so that you feel comfortable moving through that wobble. Okay, so let's get back into working on the spine. We're going to work in the lower back. So let's go into that parallel position underneath our hips. Bend our knees and make our backs be nice and flat here. So we're going to curve through that lower back and go into your cat position. The heads go down, but you're thinking of the hips curving under. Push through the hips, and let's go into that arc, into your cow. Shoulders are down, elbows are slightly bent there, and then curve the hips under and make that lower back go up to the ceiling. Push through and arc back, up into your cow. 2 more. Roll, curve, lower back goes up to the ceiling. You're engaging your abdominals. Then push through, arc, and shoulders are down. Get into that nice arch position. Let's take that once more. Rolling up through the lower back. And we push through and going into your cow. Good. Come back to your neutral position, and let's take the back hand, wrap it around the outside of the front knee. And now we're going to push this hand forward, holding on to this knee, keeping the knees and the hips where they are, and stretch out behind, twisting the upper body around in that circle. Let's take it again. Breathe. Lift. Up. Press. Reach it to the back. And down. You're really sticking the derriere out, keeping that back as flat as you can as you twist, reach, and down. And let's take that once more. Following the hand with the eyes around and drop down. Swing that arm forward. Let's reverse it. So we're going to push back, using the leverage there to reach, lift, up, and around. Drop it down. Reach it up. Stretch it back and around. 2 more. Reach back, lift, twist, and around. Let's take it once more. Reach it to the back, lift it up, all the way around and down. Coming back into your flat back position. Let's release the chest over to the thighs and drop the body down. So let's shake out that head. You will feel that the side that we just circled with is a little different feeling than the side that we haven't. Shaking that head, no. Shake the heads, yes. Repeat. Shake the heads, no. Shake the heads, yes. Now we're going to put our hands a little closer to our feet, and we're going to gently stretch our hips up. So we're starting to straighten the legs, get a little bit into the hamstrings. And then again, bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, push the hips up to the ceiling, heads go down, increasing the stretch of the hamstrings, and bend and release. We have 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, stretch, lift. Heads are down, and bend. Last time, inhale. Exhale, reach it up, drop the heads down, and just hang there for a moment. Feel like you're really folding from the hips there. Your weight is more over the ball of your foot than the heel. So that gives you a good stretch there. Bend the knees. Now let's slowly roll up through the spine, engaging the abdominals to come to an upright position. All the way up. Excellent. Okay, shake that out. Let's go to the other side and reverse the whole thing. So we're on a slight diagonal. If you're joining me with that, or you can be straight forward. We're going to go into that bent knee position. Hands are resting on the knees there, back is flat. Wrapping this hand over. We're going to reach that front arm forward. Use the press with the hand to twist and open. Now, these first couple ones are going to feel a little stiffer than the last ones. Reaching forward, following the hand with those eyes up. Reach it to the back, all the way around and down. We have 2 more. Reach it front, all the way up. Twist it to the back, feeling that upper body, kind of a little twist there. And we're still trying to maintain a flat back through, especially that lower spine. Around and coming around. Let's bring that arm to the front, way out there. Press, push back. Some of you may feel some work going on in the glutes as we maintain the lower body in this position and let the upper body get a little more freedom. Press, reach, up and around. We have 2 more. And reach to the back, breathing, opening it out. You might feel a lot easier. And come forward. Let's take that once more. And press out. Reach all the way around. Good. And 5. Bring your hands into one hand on each knee. And then again, folding the chest over onto those thighs, heads go down. Shake that head out again. Let's make circles through the top of our head. So you would pretend that you have a ponytail at the top of your head, and then allow the swirl of that circle in whatever direction you want to let that neck be nice and loose. And then come to the end of that last circle and let's reverse the direction of it. Still pushing the hips back. So you get a full fold in the crease of the hip, in the front of the hip there. Head is really loose, elbows are loose, shoulders are not lifting up to the ears, letting everything be loose. Good. And come to the end of that circle. Let's bend our knees a little more deeply, and then we're going to again push up into the straight leg position. Shouldn't feel quite as alien on this side because we've done some of this already. Bend the knees, breathing in. Exhale, push the hips up, heads go down. 2 more. Bend, inhale. Exhale, and straighten. And last time, bend, inhale. Exhale, press up, and straighten. Let's just stay here for a moment. Let's add the weight of our hands. So we've got your fingers going into the crook of the elbow, which lengthens the spine down and increases the hamstring stretch there. Shake that head out again so you're not holding tension in the neck. Good. Hands come down. Let's bend the knees and roll out through the spine all the way up. Excellent. Coming to an upright position. Okay, shake out. You should feel like you're really lengthening out through your body. One of the things we haven't worked so much on is working from the sides. So let's rectify that. We're going to take your left arm, reach and cross, hips stay front, and we're reaching out to the high diagonal on the right. And then we're going to come through and reach down low on the left, letting our upper body get a little bit of a twist. And then as we go down, we're sort of getting more of a side stretch here. We've got 2 more. Following that diagonal path, reach and come down. And let's take that once more. Reach up and come down. Coming up right. Let's take the 2 to the other side. Right arm goes, hips stay front. We got a twist there. And then we come down and have more of a side stretch here. And come up, reach, and coming down. 2 more. Reach it up, lengthen, and come down. Try to exaggerate each of the positions. So we're really trying to twist and reach, keeping the hips forward, and drop it down. And lengthen. Good. Coming up right. We're going to soften the knees and now get the legs a little farther apart. And we're going to use the legs and the feet to help us to extend that whole stretch. So left arm over, we're going to push through and point. Legs are straight here. And then as we come down, we're shifting, bending that leg and reaching it down. So we're just exaggerating this position. Lift, push through the foot, reach to the point. And come down, bend, and stretch. See how far you can get down with that arm. Lift up and reach. And then come down and stretch. And lift it up and reach. Good. And come down and stretch. We're trying to maintain the side position here. Coming up. Let's take it to the other side. Ooh, just before we do it, let's notice, do you feel different from one side on that diagonal line to the side that we haven't worked? You should feel some slightly different feelings there. Okay, push, lift to the point, reaching and crossing. And come down, bend, and stretch. This first time might not feel like you can get that far. Push through that foot, reach, and cross and lift high diagonal with the pointed foot on the other side. Bend, down, and reach. Getting a little farther over. And lift up and press. Lengthen through that. Bend down and reach. Way down there. And let's take it once more. Reach up and you feel that length from the toe to the finger all the way down. Breathe and stretch coming up. Right, excellent. Now we're going to use our knees and bend from one side to the other, keeping the legs parallel, and let our arms describe a figure eight. So we're going to bend, twist, up, around, and bend, twist, up, and around. Let's do it again. Twist and up. Knees shift from one side to the other. Bend and up, and down, and up. Bend it down across, lift, and down. And up. Good. We're going to keep that bending position on the left side and push across with left towards the right. So we've got a flexed foot here. Hips are still facing front. We're getting a twist there. Come up, shift, and press. Making sure the knee, as it bends, goes out over the toe. Twist. Again, up and twist. Good. Lift and twist. Excellent. Up and press. Let's take that once more. Up and twist and up and twist. Coming up right. Bend the knees and let's just swing upper body, letting the hips stay front. We're just sort of flailing our arms out, letting the upper body twist against the hips that stay directly front. Once more. And out and out. Good. Coming up right. Let's shake out again. So we're gradually opening everything up. Let's go to that wide position here. And let's just work through that bent position with the knees, shifting from one side to the other without doing anything with our upper body. So we're making those knees go out over the toes, shift over. Now, even though it doesn't seem like that much of an obvious balance as you shift weight from one side to the other, there is some balancing going on. And you may feel a little wobble there. Good. And bend and straight. Now we're going to add an arm and make sort of a rainbow effect with our arms. So we're going to lift up and stretch to the side. Come up and stretch to the side. Feel like a side body stretch. Come up, shift and over. Lengthening out. Lift, up and over. We have 2 more sets. Breathe. Over. Really feel the arm reaching out. The heel of the foot that's straight. Going to the floor, up, press that heel way out and down as the arms reach over to the side. And let's take it once more. Shoulders are down. Reach, stretch, good. Up and over and reach and stretch. Coming up right, let's bring our arms out to the side. And we're going to take a little more intense stretch by keeping the legs straight and crossing the arms over. So we feel that lengthening that's happening in the side body. Up, let those arms do that rainbow effect, one at a time, reaching over and stretch. Come up, breathe, and come over and way up. Maybe you get a little farther over. Lift, up, breathe, and stretch. You have 2 more sets. Seeing if you can increase the range of motion each time you go over and reach. Good. Lift, up, and reach. And we have 1 more set in each direction. Up, over, and shift, and lift. Up, and shift. Good. Coming out right. And let's bring our legs in and just shake them out for a moment. Okay, we're going to go back out into that open position. This time we're going to just fold from our hips, getting more into the hamstrings here. We're going to just do a flat back. So we're basically sticking our derriere out, maintaining a flat back from our tailbone to the tops of our head, folding from the hips there, and you can feel that stretch in the legs and come upright. Shoulders are down. We have 3 more of these. Over, flat back, and come upright. Good. 2 more. And flat, and over, and lift. And up. Last time. And flat. And over. And lift. And up. Now we're going to twist our upper body again, trying to keep the hips still. We're going to go into a flat back over the right leg. So that will give us a little bit more of a stretch in the back of the right leg and maybe some interesting stretches on the left leg. And come upright. Again, tailbone to the top of the head is trying to maintain a flat position. Increasing that stretch in the hamstring there as you go over and come up. Can stay front and out and flat Really enjoying what's happening there as you lengthen out on the back of the leg. And you may feel like you're stretching out through your spine as well, a little bit more. And then come upright. Good. Shift the upper body. Let's go to the other side. Hips stay front. We're going over to the left. Be gentle this first time. First, sort of saying hello to that back of the left leg there, that hamstring. And come up again. And flat over. Lengthen. And lift. And come up right. Hips stay in front. One long line. Tailbone to the top of the head. And lift. And you probably are noticing that you're getting a little farther over, getting a little bit deeper stretch into that left hamstring there. Good. And come up right. Good. Come to the center. Let's roll down top of the head. We're going to go all the way down through that spine and get our hands on the floor. And we're going to then have our hips still folding from the crease of the hips there. And if you need to have your knees bent or you need to find a different place to put your hands, maybe they're on your legs and you have a slight bent position, that's fine. As long as you're feeling the weight forward so that you're really getting some opening in the legs. And we're going to just shift our hips from one side to the other. So we're going to push out through that right hip, and you're going to find you get a stretch on the inside of the left leg, inner thigh. Push over, shift, and reach the hips out to the left, and now you feel a stretch in the right inside thigh. Keeping that head loose, let's take that a couple more times. So we're going to push over, hips go to the right. Try to increase the inside thigh stretch there on the left, and shift over and draw that hip to the left. 2 more sets. Pushing out, shift, hips go to the right. Good. Head is loose. Make sure you're still shaking it out so it stays loose. You're not holding tension as the hips go to the left. And once more, reaching out over to the right. Hips go all the way out there. And then shifting over to the left. Good. Let's bring our weight so that it's now central. Drop the heads down a little bit, and we're going to begin to roll up through the spine. So we're rolling up through the spine here, all the way through. Keep the heads down so you feel a stretch in the back of the neck, and come up right. We're going to take that again. We're going to roll down, tops of the heads, all the way through, letting everything roll and open in the back of the spine. Hands go down. Maybe this time you feel like you need to be a little farther over. And then make sure that you make the shift that you're folding from the hips there, not keeping weight on the back of the lower spine there. And if your knees are still bent, that's okay. All right, this time we're going to actually flex the foot up, and so that will shoot our hips to the opposite direction. So our hips are going off to the left, but our right foot is coming up into a flex. So again, we're increasing the stretch on the inside thigh there on the right leg. Put the foot down and shift, and let's change it to the other side. Pressing out. With the heel, left heel on the floor, toe comes up, and the hips are now to the right. Foot down, shift, right foot up, hips to the left, pushing out. Good. Foot goes down, shift it, let that head be loose. Left foot's up, hips are over to the right. And as you pass through from one position to the next, here we go, let's go. Moving the hips over to the left, and the right foot comes up. You may find that something's happening in your lower spine. We're starting to loosen up a little bit in that lower spine sacrum area. Foot down, left foot comes up as the hips go over to the right. Shake that head out, and down. And we're going to take this one more time. Right foot up, hips go over to the left, lengthening out. Good. Drop it down. And guess what? What are we doing? We're shifting weight from one side to the other. So there is a pass through that whole change in weight that we've been sort of focusing on in this whole class. Foot down, come to the center, drop the heads down. You may find you get a little farther over. And then once again, let's roll up through the spine. Coming up right, rolling through that spine. If you needed to have your knees bent, that's okay. Let's come up and just shake out a little bit because we're going to go back into that position and do some twisting in our upper spine. So here we go. We're back into that open position. Backs are straight. We're going to roll down through the spine all the way. So we're rolling and creating more space and flexibility in that
whole spine as we drop down. Good. And heads are dropped. Again, if your knees are bent, that's fine. Again, make that shift so your weight is being folded right at the hips there. And we're going to take our left hand and put it right underneath our head. And then we're going to take our right arm, bring it up along the left as we press down with that left, and then twist and reach that arm up so that you're getting more of a twist with your spine. You may find that you get some stretch in the hamstring there, but we're letting our torso get some work here. Good. Okay, drop that right arm down, replace the left with the right, drop the heads down, and let's take it to the other side. Pushing the right hand down, straightening it out, allowing the left to come up and unfold and stretch. So you're pressing down with the right hand, reaching up with the left. Let the hand come down. And once again, take a moment to settle and shake things out. Let's repeat that once more. Left hand down, straightening it as the right hand unfolds, lifts, and twists. Again, your knees can be bent. Reaching up. Feeling that stretch from the right hand all the way up to the top of the fingers there. And come down. Shift, right hand down, settle, shake out, and then press, lift, and reach, twist. Feeling that nice opening that happens for that upper spine. Good. Left hand comes down. Again, shake everything out. You may find you're slowly lowering your body over to the legs, down to the floor there. And let's bring our hands over to our feet. We're going to bend our knees and try to line up our elbows with the lower legs there. So we're going to stretch now, much more deep stretch on the inside thighs. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. Push the hips up, trying to keep the hands where they are and lengthen. Trying to get the legs as straight as we can. Bend. Open against the lower legs there so you can open in the inside thighs there. And breathe. Hips go up. Heads go down. 2 more. Bend and open. And breathing. Press the hips up and straighten. And last time. Bend and open. Good. And push the hips up. Heads go down. Shake those hands out. Now we're going to turn to the right. So our whole body is twisting. We've got both feet facing the same direction. And just in this position here, with the fold at the crease there, you're going to feel an increased stretch on that front leg handspring. So from here, let's shake out. Now we're going to rock back onto our back leg, flexing the front foot. And that's going to increase the stretch even more. So we're pushing back, using your hands to push back. Hips are going back. If your knees are bent, that's okay, as long as you're feeling some stretch in the hamstring area. Not feeling any pressure on your lower back because they're folding from the hips. Now come forward. We're putting the foot down in the front and we're lifting the back heel up. Good. And come down. So this is like a rocking horse. Lift that front foot up. So we got to flex. You're using your hands to help press. Shoulders are down. And roll. And back heel comes up. Again, shifting weight. Press and push. So the front foot is lifted. And that flex. Head is loose. Roll, push through. Back heel is lifted. And let's take it once more. And roll. And lift that hip. Heel up. Sorry, the foot up. You're on your heel. The toes up. And then push down. And back heel comes up. Good. Press the heel down. Just sink into this stretch. Notice how far down you are compared to when we first twisted to this direction. And then I want you to use your hands to help you rotate and go to the other side. So we're maintaining the same width here between the legs. This first time as we drop over, notice where you are, how loose you feel, or where it feels a little more challenging. And let's see if the rocking horse will help you to increase the stretch that you feel here and the ease that you feel in this position. So from here, deep breath in, exhale, lifting the toe up. And we've got the heel into the floor. Could be pretty intense. And foot comes down, rolling through. Lift that back heel up. Heads are loose. Press the heel down, lift, and press up with that front foot. Good. Foot comes down, roll through, and the rocking horse goes forwards. The back heel is up, shoulders are loose, heads are loose. 2 more times. Press back, press up with the toes in front, lengthening through the hamstring there. Good. Foot comes down, lift the back heel up, and reach. Good. All right, I'm going to make us do it one more time. So we're going to put the heel down and lift that front one up, all the way up, that front foot, toes up, lengthening, and then come back through, and heel lifts. Good. Bring the heel down and come to your original position, and notice when we did our twist to the side, how different you are feeling in this last position with both legs straight and both feet on the floor. Good. And let's gently rock ourselves or walk ourselves around to the front. And here we are in our parallel position. Let's take one more stretch here. We've got our bodies going down. And you may find that you're really pretty darn far over. Maybe your elbows are going towards the floor there. You feel that fold in the hips. Good. And then let's find a way to gently come down into the floor and sit. Excellent. So we've spent a lot of time with our heads down, so you may find that the blood is rushing through. Let's take a little bit more work on our feet. We're going to cross the left leg underneath us, keep our backs nice and tall so our divine flesh is out. We're going to lift this right foot up, and you're going to hug the knee into the chest. So from here, we're going to just circle with a big toe all the way around. So we're getting into those ankles and getting ourselves acclimated to having our head up too as we work our feet here. Shoulders are down, big circles all the way around. And let's take 2 more. Here we go. Circle and circle. Let's reverse that circle. So we're now thinking of drawing the circle with a little toe. And we have to kind of fold our feet across as we take this and really enjoy what's happening in that ankle. So you're releasing any kind of blocks or tension in that ankle area. Good. And come up and shake that out. Good. Let's sit up tall and just have our legs out in front of us, getting the divine flesh out from underneath us. And before we go to the other side with the ankles, I want you to notice how that foot feels compared to the other one. It might feel like there's more blood moving through or lymph or chi. You may just feel like it's more alive and more attached to that whole leg. So let's take the other side. Right leg goes underneath, backs are straight, get the divine flesh out. Bringing up the left leg, and we're going to circle to the outside. Shoulders are down, trying to really keep that back nice and tall. Big circles, working through those ankles all the way around. We've done a lot of different parts of our body. We really activated different parts of our body. And your ankles are part of the whole equation. So that's why we're working these so deeply. Let's reverse that now. So we're going around, starting with a little toe and breathing, keeping the shoulders down. And keep that back nice and straight so you can really isolate that ankle. Let's take 2 more in this direction. So we're folding the foot around. Good. And release and shake that out. All right, let's go back to that front leg position. Divine flesh is out from underneath. And check to see that you have sort of more of an equal positioning with the legs, because we've worked both the ankles now. They should both feel like they're attached and long. We're going to take a forward fold. So we're going to point our feet, lift the arms up. We're coming up out of the hips. We're going to reach out on a diagonal, keeping that back as flat as we can for as long as we can. And then eventually you're going to allow the body to curve over. Chest goes towards the thighs. And if your knees are bent, that's fine. Arms are down and head drops over. Let's shake our head no. Let's shake our head yes. Again, shake your head no. And shake your head yes. Now we're going to try and lengthen our spine along the legs to increase the stretch in the hamstrings. So we're going to take a deep breath in. As we exhale, inch the fingers out and lower the body a little farther forward towards your legs there. Again, keeping those heads loose, shoulders loose. Deep breath in. Exhale and reach. Remember, your knees can be slightly bent or more bent, whatever works for you, as long as you're feeling a stretch in the hamstring. 2 more, breath in. Exhale, reach the hands out and allow the body to surrender to the floor. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale, reach the hands out and drop. Good. Again, shimmy the head, shimmy the shoulders, and then shimmy the hips a little bit. You may find you can get a little farther over. And then we're going to walk our hands in and roll up through our spine so that we're, again, working on the flexibility between the vertebra and come up right. Good. Let's come over to the side. And we're going to do a little more work on that lower back. Our knees are bent, our backs are really straight. We've got the knees straight up to the ceiling, and your feet are about hips width apart. And let's just curve through that lower back. As we stay in this position, we're going to bring our hands behind us and keep that curve and bring the legs up a little bit closer to us. And we're going to do a little work with our legs, stretching the legs out, maintaining this curve. So we're working on that lower back, and we've got some abdominal work too. So the front foot is going to point, and we're going to lift the leg up and down, and up and down, maintaining that curve in the back, and down, and lift, and down. Flex the foot, and lift, and down, and up, and down. Elbows are bent, shoulders are not up to the ears. Lift, and down. Let's take once more. Up, and down. Replace that foot, back leg, point the foot, lift, and down. You may find that you're getting a little stretch in the shoulders and the collarbone area. Good. And lift and down. Flex that foot. Lift and down. And up and down. Lift it up and down and lift and down. Come back to your feet both on the floor. Push up. And then let's roll up through that spine and squeeze our hands against our knees there. We're going to take a little roll through the spine, letting our legs go. So from here, keeping the hands on those knees, let's roll, lift the legs up, let them flail out, and then come upright. And let's take that a couple more times. So we're rolling through the spine, letting the weight of our legs help us to roll into these positions. Roll back, and lift, and roll back, and lift. Now we're going to go back into doing some balance positions. So let's see if we can roll back and then not put our legs down, have our legs out. It's some abdominal work there, but we're also playing with the balance in the body. So from here, we have roll back and then come up. See if you can hold it. Good. Put the foot down. Let's take that again. And roll back, lift, and feet come off. You've got a little hold there. You may find that you're wiggling a little bit. Again, here we have the balance issue. Foot down and lift. Back straight. 2 more. Roll back and come up. See if you can hold it. Good. Foot down and straight. Last time. Roll. Let it go. And come up and hold. Good. Shake those legs out. Just beat the thighs out a little bit. And then let's take a flex with the foot. And we're going to push one leg front as the body twists. So the hip is going forward and the heel is going forward. And then we're going to shift and go to the other side. Good. Let's take it again. Press and twist. And press and twist. We have 2 more. Press and twist. And press. Let it go. Last set. Press it. Push it forward. And shift. And press it out. Good. Coming back to your neutral position and beat those thighs out a little bit more. And let's turn around so that we're on our hands and knees. So we've got our backs nice and flat here. And to continue the theme of balancing, we're going to take our front foot, point the foot and reach it out. We're going to take our back hand and lengthen out through the toes and engage the core. So we're balancing and also strengthening at the same time. Reaching way out there. Breathing Really feeling the wobble, but how strong you can be through that wobble. Let's come back down and let's take it to the other side. Back leg goes out, front arm comes forward. Feel the reach through the toes, because we're pointing those toes, and reaching through the fingers. And feeling how much control you have, even though you may feel that you're moving around. You're getting some little wobbles there during this lovely balance here. Way out there with both the hands and the feet coming in. Let's go back into child's pose for a moment to ease out any stress we may have felt trying to do those balances. We're going to do some more with flexed feet and hands. So here we go. We come on up. We've got that front leg. We're going to flex out through the heel. We're going to flex that the back hand, flexing out through that hand and feel the push away from the heel of the hand to the heel of the foot. Really engaging the core, noticing how you can maintain this. Even if you fall, you can come back up and realign yourself. Good, and come in, and let's take it to the other side. Back heel out, front hand heel out. Feeling that nice long length. Heel of hand to heel of foot. Have you noticed if there's one side that feels less secure than the other? There might be. It's just good to notice these things about ourselves. Good. Coming back down, and let's come back into child's pose. Relaxing everything down. And then roll up through the spine. Rolling through the spine, coming upright. Okay, folks, let's take a little bit of work on our neck. So I want you to sit in a nice folded position. You want the divine flesh out from underneath and getting that back straight, shoulders down. Let's just drop the head down. Come up, and we're going to do a semicircle around to the right. So we're looking all the way down and around. Go straight up and semicircle around and down. Chin to the chest, shoulders are down. Two more. Lift up. Semicircle around. Drop it down. Chin to the chest. And last time, all the way up. Circle around. Drop it down and around. And notice what happens as we do this. We're going to take this to the other side. So chin up and going around. Notice where you're feeling that stretch. In the back of the neck, maybe in the front of the neck some of the time. And lift up. Circle around. All the way down. Chin goes to the chest. And two more. Lift it up. Circle it around. Drop it down. Chin to the chest. And last time, all the way up. Shoulders are down as you work your chin around to really increase that stretch in the neck area. Drop it and release. Coming up right. Let's take one last exercise. It's an energy medicine exercise. So we're going to get the divine flesh out from underneath us. And we're going to just sort of use our hands to help us to connect everything in our body. So we're rubbing our hands together here, and then we're going to make a little energy ball there so we can feel the palm chakras functioning there. And now we're going to take the left hand and we're going to just go about an inch away from the side of our body. So we're connecting into the auric field, coming down, and just slowly feel your hand connect up to the physical body, moving through the auric field, and then come forward and go all the way off that foot. It should feel very calming. Let's take that two more times. So backs are straight, we're coming down. And it helps you to really sort of go inward and connect up with your inner essence. And we're helping everything to feel like it's part of the whole. Auric field and the physical body and the connection to your inner self. Let's take that once more here. Coming up, allowing that nice flow to happen. Shoulders are down. You may find that this whole side of your body gets very calm. And you may feel calmer too.
as you come through and come out and down. Good. Let's take it to the other side, but you may notice how very different this side feels from the side we haven't worked with yet. So here we go. Right hand's coming across, connecting up about 1 inch away from your physical body in your auric field. And just notice what happens as you bring this hand along. Maybe you can really feel as your hand goes along that everything is starting to smooth out and feel nice and peaceful and connected. And out. Let's take that again. Here we go. We're letting everything sort of calm down, to rev down. Come one, and coming out, smoothing all the way out. Let's do this one more time on this side. So we've got the hand coming across. You may find that your body, all the muscles as you come along, start to loosen up even more. All the way down and coming through and out. Okay, folks, thanks for joining me with this class. Let's bring our arms out, lift it up, hands come together. Bring your hands to your heart chakra and give thanks to yourself. You might feel a little awe in your body and in your ability to come to peace with the exercise we did at the end there. Again, I hope you enjoyed this class, and if you like to know when new classes come out, you can subscribe to my channel and you'll get notices. Take care.